Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the next part of my UU Road Top 10 in Pokemon Showdown. Thank you everybody for all the support on the previous episode. Of course, if you do enjoy it, I'd love you to leave a like. It'd be great if we could get to 1,000 likes. Today we're using a pretty cool team with a NIDOKING. I love every single time I use NIDOKING because this mon is honestly one of my favorite Pokemon to use. I wish it was just a little stronger and a little bit faster, but then it'd probably be a little broken too. But without further ado, let us get into the team preview. So NIDOKING is the first member of the squad. Now NIDOKING is really solid offensively. Poison and ground offensive typing is fantastic. Being able to hit electric types, being able to hit steel types, as well as being able to hit fairies, which is very, very important. It's also pretty decent neutral. Ice Beam is the last move. This allows us to hit Latias as well as HYDREIGON for super effective damage. And then we have Substitute. Substitute is cool because NIDOKING does force switches. For example, if my opponent has a Togekiss out and then they have something that might be able to take a Sludge Wave, they might switch into it, etc. Things like that. So Sub is really nice. It's also nice for avoiding Bisharp's Sucker Punch if it is a Swords Dance Bisharp, so we could actually check that. We are timid max speed. Being faster than Togekiss makes a lot of sense, as well as Volcanion. Pokemon below Bisharp, of course, and also again Poison Stab is really nice, especially packed with its ground typing, so it's actually an electric immunity as well as an electric check to Pokemon such as MANECTRIC and Zeraora. Again, it's a check, not a counter, because depending on moves, they can be 2-hit KO'd. SCIZOR is the next member of the squad. We're using Choice Band SCIZOR with enough speed for Alomola and opposing 0 speed SCIZOR. Max attack, rest is put in HP because this is our dragon check. This is a fairy check. Besides NIDOKING, it's a nice offensive fairy check. We're running U-turn, Pursuit, Superpower, and Bullet Punch. Pursuit is nice for the Lotties, well, rather Lottie. There's no Latios in here anymore. It's nice for Latias, as well as potentially just getting chip on anything. Like Bronzong is another one I think that's really nice, and that actually helps out NIDOKING quite a bit. Bullet Punch obviously for that priority, and again, this is just a staple on a lot of UU teams. It's one of the best Pokemon for a reason. HYDREIGON is the next member, and it works really well with SCIZOR because it is a fire resist. It's also a water resist for the team, a dark resist, and SCIZOR also deals with the fairy types that HYDREIGON does not like. But we are the defog set because it is immune to hazards, T-spikes, spikes, sticky webs, so it's a fantastic defogger with Roost for longevity, Draco Meteor, and Dark Pulse. So we'll drop some Dracos and awesome hit 'em with our stab, Dark Pulse. We also have Dragonium Z. That way we can be a nuke on something that is not a fairy. Basically, if you are not immune to Dragonium Z, you are not going to appreciate it. Even wearing down Empoleon is very nice for HYDREIGON in itself. So HYDREIGON's just there again as a defogger and as a breaker with its Z move. MANECTRIC is the next member, and Mega MANECTRIC is pretty interesting. I'm kind of still torn on this set. We have Volt Switch, Overheat, Thunderbolt. I think those are all givens. Overheat can be exchanged for Flamethrower for more accuracy, but Overheat actually KOs Cobalion, so that's a pretty big one. Also hits really hard neutrally on Pokemon, well, for example, like NIDOKING, Palisand as well, more than Hidden Power. But Hidden Power Grass is the last move. Now, Hidden Power Grass is specifically there for Swampert and maybe Seismitoad, but besides that, it doesn't really hit much in the tier Palisand. So I'm kind of torn between running Hidden Power Grass and Signal Beam. Signal Beam, of course, hitting Crocodile for more, hitting HYDREIGON, and hitting Latias all in one, as well as Celebi, which Celebi is actually a threat if it's a Nasty Plot set. So kind of torn between that. Might actually end up changing it, but it gives Intimidate, which is nice. It's a SCIZOR, Bullet Punch resist, strong electric type, and allows us to Volt Switch out into Pokemon such as NIDOKING and SCIZOR for powerful attacks. JELLICENT is the next member of the squad. This is our water immunity on the team. It has enough speed for Alomola, that way we can taunt, wisp it, hex it, stop it from recovering. Enough speed for 0 speed SCIZOR. Will-O-Wisp with Hex hits incredibly hard. It's nice also for giving us a move to actually damage opposing water types and Lottie. This is also this stops Primarina from spamming a water move, which otherwise 2-hit KOs or OKOs every member on the team. Specs Hydro Pump, 2-hit KOs / OKOs everything. OKOs, MANECTRIC, SCIZOR, NIDOKING, and DIANCIE, whereas HYDREIGON is 2-hit KO'd by it. Colbur Berry is really nice because if Crocodile tries to Pursuit Trap us or knock us off, we can burn them while living 1 hit, and again, recover for longevity. Last but not least, we do have DIANCIE. DIANCIE is a Stealth Rocker on the team. It is a Dragon Immunity on the team. It's the, the designated fairy type with Diamond Storm, Moonblast, Toxic, and Stealth Rock. Toxic's really nice for wearing down bulky waters. Aloe. It's also nice for wearing down Calm Mind Lottie because Calm Mind Lottie can actually beat DIANCIE 1v1. if it gets enough Calm Mind. So Toxic's really nice for stopping it from that, especially because we don't have too much speed control on this team. We only have a very fast MANECTRIC, but then we don't have a Choice Scarfer on this squad. But DIANCIE is our Dragon check. It is our HYDREIGON check as well, Dark check, and I think a good addition to the squad. So that's the team for today. Let us get right into the battles. Alright guys, so we have our first team, and right off the bat, Mega Sceptile is such a huge problem. It's a big problem, wow. Yeah, can I kind of kill everything with Leaf Storm into any other attack? I have to be really careful about that. NIDOKING offensively is really nice, being able to deal with Primarina. It actually doesn't knock out anything on his team besides Sceptile and Infernape, but I think it's really nice in that. As far as winning goes, I'm going to have to keep SCIZOR alive so I can bullet punch Sceptile, but even then I have to get some chip off on Sceptile, which is going to be hard. DIANCIE can live one hit, which is very important, but from there I'm not sure. As far as rockers go, I'm assuming it's Palossand. He'd probably lead Primarina, if anything, or HYDREIGON versus me. I kind of like the idea of leading off with Jellicent, as I can go directly out into DIANCIE if he leads off with HYDREIGON. Besides that, nothing's really scared out. I guess Primarina, though, can be a problem, but leads off with Palossand. We're going to taunt this. I'm assuming you might go HYDREIGON, but he opted to get up rocks immediately. As he goes Empoleon, this is fantastic because Empoleon now can no longer touch this Pokemon, and I get a free Will-O-Wisp on whatever's coming in. I'm assuming it's going to be HYDREIGON. Now, again, this is really, really nice. Go Sceptile too, which is a problem, so I don't mind it getting worn down. Leaf Storm is so free. HP Fire is annoying too. We're going to go SCIZOR. See, Mega Evolves, don't HP Fire me. Thanks, go for Energy Ball. I appreciate that. Because I do not have a switch in if he does have HP Fire, I'm going to go DIANCIE just to scout for it. Okay, and DIANCIE will be able to take one Leaf Storm, so I'm debating actually going for the Moonblast here to knock him out. I think I will. I'll be able to take one Leaf Storm because I'm maxed for death. And again, Sceptile is such a big threat. It's not worth me going for rocks, even though I'm 100% sure my opponent's going Empoleon here. It's still not worth it. And DIANCIE can still check. Like, HYDREIGON becomes a problem without DIANCIE, but with Stealth Rock and Burn, I can at least put it in range of Bullet Punch, which is like my way of winning this game, so. Goes Primarina. Special attack drop would actually be very nice here. Oh, it's Restock Primarina, so it can't even touch my Jellicent. That's fantastic. And my Hex is doubled in power now on Sceptile, so that's great. And it doesn't have... I don't mind. Moonblast isn't going to do too much. Yeah, that's cool. It doesn't have Giga Drain, so it actually is not getting recovery either, because it showed Energy Ball. That's fantastic. It being Restock is a little bit easier for me. Go ahead and go for your attacks. I'm not going to do much. I'll stall all your Moonblast if I have to and make my HYDREIGON a counter. Goes out to his own HYDREIGON, which is a fantastic play. DIANCIE is still my best play. Even if you are Flash Cannon on it, I'll live one. Just goes for U-turn. I'm assuming that maybe Scarf and or Specs. Could be either or. Again, I need Rocks up in order to knock out Sceptile with Bullet Punch from my SCIZOR. But I don't think that'll be that hard. I'm just not clicking rocks on certain Pokemon because it doesn't make much sense considering a lot of these are specific threats. But DIANCIE actually lives a hit from every single mon on this team. So I would very much like if you go Sceptile, which would make no sense if you think about it, because he switched out Sceptile last time on my full HP DIANCIE. Like, DIANCIE's a little bit pressured right here. Sorry, I'll just drink some water. Are you gonna go Empoleon? Alright, there's the Empoleon. I like MANECTRIC's ability to do damage, but we'll go HYDREIGON. I'm assuming you're just gonna Toxic me. Yep, there's a Toxic. Toxic. He's gonna Protect here, and then you're probably gonna go on to Primarina. I want to say you're going to go out to Primarina. He could just Scald, though. I'm going to make the NIDOKING play anyway, because I feel like Primarina being able to rest here is very nice. Should I make that double? I don't have to make the double. I'm a Dark Pulse. Because if I get, like, a little bit of damage off on Empoleon, I weaken it for Nidoking. And if he goes Primarina, I get in Jellicent. And it's not like Primarina can do anything to me because it's not Specs. Yeah, so that's fine. Like at worst, he just Moonblasts. I can taunt him. Jellicent still taunts everything. Doesn't matter if this Mon rests either, as Sceptile is going to come out. Good HP Fire. I want to say I sack HYDREIGON here. Yeah, I think I sack HYDREIGON here. I haven't shown that I'm not Scarf yet either. So I feel like my opponent's going to go out into Empoleon, because I haven't shown that I'm not Scarf. I'll just Dark Pulse anyway. I don't want to reveal. Like, I want the damage on Empoleon. It's really, really nice. Go ahead and Protect. Hey, that's awesome for my Nidoking. That is fantastic for Nidoking, because I think I can just bring it out now. Yep, on his Protect. We're going to sub. Empoleon dies to Earth Power, so I don't think you'll stay in. I think you might go HYDREIGON. But HYDREIGON taking a little bit of damage means that Bullet Punch is just that much easier for me. I'm super surprised you would just throw away your Empoleon. Like, I'm very surprised, but I'm completely fine with you getting rid of one of your Bullet Punch resistances. So Nidoking picks up his first KO. Though, obviously, I don't get that damage I want. But this means that when I get up rocks, they are there to stay. This also means, again, these Sceptile die. First off, I bluffed that I'm Scarf HYDREIGON, which is fantastic. So I was actually able to force out the Sceptile. And secondly, again, it's in range of Choice Band Bullet Punch. Jellicent still stops Primarina, Palisand, and Infernape, and can still Will-O-Wisp the HYDREIGON. DIANCIE still stops HYDREIGON too and doesn't care. In fact, if he goes out to HYDREIGON, that's going to be my rocks. Because that's the best opportunity to get up rocks. If he goes out into Palisand, I may just Ice Beam it. I mean, you can U-turn if you want, dude. As far as Z moves go, it might be Infernape, but it needs to have Grass Knot to actually threaten my Jellicent. Yep, there's a Dark Pulse. Beautiful. Going and give him my Young Rocks now, which will be here to stay. Probably going to exchange rocks. Nope. Goes out into Primarina. Fantastic. As I can now go out into Jellicent if you want to rest. If he goes Sceptile, then it takes the Stealth Rock and the burn damage I need, and Bullet Punch is just so free. Nice double out to Sceptile, which does absolutely nothing for my opponent. Yeah, so now we sack our... HYDREIGON. As he has Synthesis. No! Okay. Well, now I don't think you have Leaf Storm, so I can go out into DIANCIE and just click Moonblast. So that's a little bad and good. Good because it means does not have Leaf Storm. So I can guarantee know how much I'll do. Secondly, Energy Ball is not going to knock me out. And like, look at it. Where is it switching? And plus I get to click Hex soon. And Hex is going to be really important. Hex is going to be very, very, very important. Special attack drop is very much necessary. I'm going to go Nidoking now because I can just click Ice Beam here and not care. Ice Beam is free. Getting rid of Palisand, which is one of the few Pokemon he had that can actually take a hit. Beautiful. Primarina loses to Jellicent. You go HYDREIGON, I don't care. You actually, now Sludge Wave is also very free. So once Nidoking gets in on Primarina, Sludge Wave picks up a KO or does the damage I need on HYDREIGON for Bullet Punch. But again, got to be very, very, very careful about that Sceptile. I don't think Nidoking dies at 76% to Sceptile, but I may be wrong. Nidoking, custom set. Dragon Pulse, nope. Doesn't kill me. Energy Ball is, how strong is Energy Ball now? Isn't Energy Ball 90? I don't really switch out on Infernape, so I'm gonna go for Earthquake here. Like, ooh, Earth Power. My boy Nidoking eating. Hey, no Bullet Punch resist now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely incredible for me. No Bullet Punch resist now. Let me just make sure I know the damage off the top of my head. SCIZOR. Choice Bam. Bullet Punch is 72 to 86%. Just click Sludge Wave. 72 to 86. I win the game even if I don't get the roll here, because DIANCIE plus Jellicent wins. Jellicent beats Primarina 1v1 if I didn't get the roll, basically, which was severely in my favor, by the way. So Jellicent would beat Primarina 1v1, and I also have MANECTRIC, which just comes out and clicks Thunderbolt, and I'm assuming that is Scarf HYDREIGON, so we should have been fine either way right there. That was a very good game, though. Sceptile, Mega Sceptile, huge threat, huge threat. My answer to it was a Spadef DIANCIE. Him having Synthesis was also a little bit scary. I was assuming he was Leaf Storm, Energy Ball, Hidden Power Fire, and Dragon Pulse. Obviously, Giga Drain would be the other one that I would think would be over Energy Ball, but once he showed Energy Ball, I think a really key part was bluffing Scarf HYDREIGON. Obviously, my opponent would just make the assumption that I didn't have a Z from there, but I still feel like that was a really key part. Alright, so we're going to pause until we find a battle. Be right back. Alright, so we have a game and some really cool Pokemon on my opponent's part. Mainly Lucario and Pidgeot, but DIANCIE checks Pidgeot forever. MANECTRIC is fantastic here. Azelf is really interesting as a late game, as a lead. I don't even think it's lead on this, just because he has Hippo. And I'm not sure what this is, but I'm gonna leave MANECTRIC. It's fantastic here. Checks SCIZOR, checks Pidgeot, checks Lucario. Leads off with Hippowdon, unfortunately for me. We're gonna go HYDREIGON, as he reveals the Toxic. We'll Dark Pulse here, and then go for our Dragonium. It basically picks up a KO. And he makes a nice double into Amoonguss, but now he doesn't have anything that takes Dark Pulse into Draco, so I'm not sure. Like, you're giving me your Hippo right here, right? Is that essentially what we're doing? I want to defog so badly as he goes Amoonguss. I just want to let everybody know I am very good with the fact that Hippo is so low. I am fantastic with that, actually. Because I essentially get to go MANECTRIC right here and not care. He has no overheat switching. Hippo drops the overheat. And now MANECTRIC can Volt Switch around. Yep, Hippo drops, and now MANECTRIC gets a free Volt Switch around the entire time. So I'm happy with that. Like, MANECTRIC is definitely the key to winning this game. What if this is Scarf Lucario? It was not. Alright, Jellicent, I choose you, buddy. Get me some damage on this. SDs. Eat that crunch up, boy. Get that Willow hit. Ooh, it actually landed too. Fantastic. Unfortunately, he gets a crit in the next one, so I'm not able to live the next one. That's very bad. Because Jellicent single-handedly won the game. Yeah, that sucks. I would have been able to live the next hit no matter what. Azelf is still a problem, but I think once I get up rocks, SCIZOR, my own, first off, I have SCIZOR alive for that, which is why that's fantastic. Secondly, he gave me Lucario. Overheat's going to be able to deal with Amoonguss. Azelf comes out. Not sure what your set is, but I'm going to go for rocks with my DIANCIE, just so I can wear everything down. Go ahead and give me these young rocks up as SCIZOR is going to come out. I'm assuming that might be Scarf Azelf. It might be. We're gonna go SCIZOR and pivot into our MANECTRIC because we don't want to bring out that Mon on a U-turn. I'm actually gonna Super Power here too. Yeah, because if he U-turns himself, he dies to rocks. Oh, I'm fine with that, boy. Go ahead and give me this SCIZOR. Nice. So no way to kill DIANCIE now on my opponent's team. And Azelf will. Well, Pidgeot needs one Stealth Rock switching to die the Bullet Punch. Amoonguss comes out though, and obviously he gets a sleep. I think DIANCIE is a sleeper. And I think I go NIDOKING, as he'll probably go, because basically NIDOKING will threaten this offensively, but he'll probably go Azelf. If he doesn't, then NIDOKING doesn't care. Just throw off a Sludge Wave as it's the strongest hit I have. Good B, Azelf. That's going to come out. I still like SCIZOR's Bullet Punch a lot because he doesn't have any recovery from it, and I still like NIDOKING. So I'll go DIANCIE here and basically sack it. Because one more Stealth Rock switch ensures that Pidgeot dies, right? So I basically sack it to get out potentially NIDOKING or anything He's smart to roost there. But even that, like, why are you going? You're not gonna 1v1 me, boy. I have MANECTRIC in the back. Alright, so I wake up here guaranteed. I guess if I hit myself, you'll 1v1 me, huh? I believe I can afford to Volt Switch here too, because Thunderbolt guarantee knocks you out. And if you go Amoonguss, I get to bring out NIDOKING and just click Ice Beam. So I don't want to give him a sleep fodder, basically. I'm Volt Switching. Because then I just sack, I sack SCIZOR if he stays in. I go back out to MANECTRIC. I Volt Switch again. Let me think about how much. Let me look at how much NIDOKING actually does though. To Pidgeot. Okay, Ice Beam kills. Nice. So I can afford to Volt Switch here, unless MANECTRIC dies to overheat. But yeah, I'm Volt Switching. I like how this play wouldn't even matter at all if oh, Volt Switch can KO that too. But this play would not matter at all if my opponent didn't confuse my DIANCIE. Because then I just got off the Diamond Storm, Volt Switch Garrett, well, there was no thinking about it either. And then we were good. How much did Giga Drain do to NIDOKING? 32%. You gonna switch, bro? Buddy? I hope if he stays in, I just get the roll and we don't have to deal with this mon. Obviously, it's actually more so in my favor to KO than it is his. And I just don't want to deal with it. Yeah, it goes Amoonguss. Okay, great. If I Ice Beam, he has to Spore. Because if I Ice Beam and he doesn't Spore me, he doesn't get recovery. Yep. So Ice Beam wins me the game. Nice. Ice Beam twice. Look at Big NIDOKING winning. Ah, good game, dude. Ice Beam guarantee knocks out Pidgeot. This is what I was going for. And Pidgeot dies to MANECTRIC, so it doesn't matter what he does. Game. Hey, beautiful, beautiful. So I'll pause it, guys, until we get another battle. Bear it back. All right, we have another game, and this guy's team is so cool. Like, very, very, very cool. It's like SD offense. How are you joining here, dude? Respect. I love MANECTRIC as a lead. I feel like I just clicked Thunderbolt twice and don't care. I'm pretty weak to Bisharp, but I have Dragonium and Sub to deal with that. I'm more scared about Bruxish. Bruxish is a good Pokemon. But I'm assuming it's just Sash lead, Frostlass, and from there you play Grumpig fan. Yeah, I think I just Mega Evolve, click Thunderbolt, and 2 KO Frostlass. I'm actually gonna go for Hidden Power just because I would rather that get exactly Cursed Body than any other move on my arsenal. So that's cool. Able to get rid of that Mon, and Fernape is gonna come out. You Scarf, bro? I have ways of dealing with this. I'm gonna Volt Switch. You may be Scarf. I kind of doubt it. Either way, we go Jellicent here. This is just rocks, right? Yep, there you go, rocks. And I can just go ahead and Hex. Get rid of Ape. He's in Blaze. Do a good chunk. Life Form Ape. I wonder what beats this though, because like he can go Altaria, but I have DIANCIE plus SCIZOR, so I'm not sure that's a counter. HYDREIGON outspeeds every member on his team and threatens it. I can also default with HYDREIGON if necessary too. So it's like, is there a wrong play for me? I think I'm in the better position as well, because Bullet Punch resistances are only his Bisharp. But Hex here, I do not want him Ice Fanging, and this will do a good chunk anyway. Very nice chunk, very, very, very nice. Goodbye, my child. Ooh, I could have defogged. I thought he might have Ice Fang though. Hydreigon's still really good though, as it doesn't care at all about Pokemon like Altaria. We just go DIANCIE here and we Moonblast into Scizor's BP. He may double out into Bisharp, but sub Nidoking also outspeeds everything at this point, so it kind of smacks everything. And by him Mega-ing immediately, I get to bring out Nidoking and not care. Throw off a nice Sludge Wave, get rid of Altaria. Decidueye is going to come out. Ooh, Sinister Arrow destroyed me. However, I just Dark Pulse here. Alright. Nice, wasn't planning on leaving. Let me defog too. Screw these hazards. I literally beat Bisharp anyway. Ooh, nice double, but I literally beat Bisharp as long as it's not Choice Scarf. So, which it isn't. And that does enough for Bullet Punch. That's a good game. Especially because it's Life Orb. I go out into Nidoking and I sub. Doesn't matter if he Sucker Punches or does anything. Good game, dude. Look at nice Nido coming through. Like, I knew Nido would have it once Bruxish died. And, like, he got basically everything that was faster than Nido was gone immediately. So, it made it a lot easier for my Nidoking to put in work in that game. I got another game. We have Star. I cannot beat your team, Star. Unfortunate. Have fun, bro. Lame team. I wish I had Blissey. I can't lose with it. That's what Finch always says. Yeah, I can't win this. Even with Taunt, Jellicent. As long as it's Roost HYDREIGON, which it 1000% is, I can't win. I can try. Jellicent is my stall breaker, and then he's off with HYDREIGON, I'll lose. Show me U-turn. But then he has Wish support on Blissey too, so... Yeah, I lost. That's definitely Z HYDREIGON. I mean, I could attempt to keep up rocks because I beat both of his defoggers in Moltres and in HYDREIGON, so maybe... I gotta go hard, Nidoking. I can't let this boy toxic anything. Just Earth Power. He goes HYDREIGON, I get in DIANCIE. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can 1v1 this. I'll attempt to Ice Beam. It's not a freeze. I was trying to catch HYDREIGON just in case he doubled, anticipating me to want to go out into Jellicent. But we'll get in Scizor here. I mean, if he wants to throw, he stays in on my potential pursuit. I'm gonna click Super Power. Like, Moltres, rocks are up. Aggron is a great switch in, but if he throws away Blissey, he loses. So I'll attempt to get it. Goes Aggron. Give me some nice, beautiful damage on Aggron. Not that it's gonna help as much. We'll get him my HYDREIGON here as he's gonna bring out Blissey again, most likely. As he misses Toxic. He can't Wish Pass if I go Scizor. Aggron took 44, so it actually dies. Give me some chip. There's Moltres, young Moltres with a defog coming through. And he doubled right back, and I couldn't even pursue. Very nice play. But it's the same thing I gotta do. It's the exact same thing I gotta do. So now you lose him on a Dark Pulse. And by that I mean Devastating Drake, because we're not letting Crocodile come in for free, or Blissey. Alright, maybe this is possible. Maybe this is possible. Maybe. If I Dark Pulse flinch him once, I probably win. If he gets his play right once, he wins too. There's no way Star would throw this Mon away though. Look how good MANECTRIC is versus him if this Mon dies. Can I get a pursuit crit? Actually, I see Jellicent winning this now. I can see Jellicent winning this. Nice heal bell. Nice Toxic on heal. Okay. Toxic on Slowbro. Nice miss. That's fine. No double, no double, no double. We're good. No Dark Pulse switching now. Blissey dies to Draco. There's no way it doesn't do 28%. HYDREIGON? It definitely doesn't do 28%. Hey, flinch this boy. Flinch him once. For the culture. On Fort. Taunt. I'm a Willow there because DIANCIE, and I'm not gonna allow aggro to come in. You have COLBUR. Okay, there's a possibility here. There's some possibility here. Okay. Fine, fine. If we want to deal with rocks, we get up rocks. Oh my god. Yo, that did way too much. That did way too much without. I mean, he's definitely going to go for rocks here now, so I get my Volt Switch off. I don't think there's any point in not Thunderbolting either, because he shouldn't go Blissey and let it get chipped away. Ah, one Dark Pulse flinch could have done it. Hold up, though. It's still possible. It's still possible. I don't think that's Scarf. That was Scarf Crocodile. But SCIZOR is way too low. That's not Scarf. You're not Scarf. You were Scarf Crook. Shut up. I know you're Z, dude. They try and KO me. I wonder if that was actually a roll. Cause like, imagine I lived that. Oh, Dark Pulse is 11. He's not gonna let me BP him. But I mean, I lose regardless here. Yeah, I don't know. I needed that. I set it up for that one flinch on Blissey and I didn't get it. I don't think there was any other way to win it. Yeah, good game. I can't. That's all. Like Blissey was way too hard for me to break. It's definitely Z HYDREIGON, and HYDREIGON just clicks Dark Pulse now and wins, or Devastating Drake and wins. So I can't break it. So that's where like I haven't used HP Grass once. I'm gonna make it Signal Beam. I tried, guys. I really did. I set it up for one flinch, so 120% to go my way. Did not work out, unfortunately. But still a solid game, though. Definitely a solid game. It's crazy though too because like even if I double pursued on the Moltres, no, that was never a play because if SCIZOR got burnt, I lost either way. But yeah, Blissey is really hard to break with that. All right, we'll pause it so we find another battle. Bear back. All right, we got one, but it's weird. It's really weird. Like you have Druddigon for rocks, but what I don't. Mamoswine has a problem. I like Bullet Punch in this game. This is checked. I'm gonna lead off HYDREIGON. As a lead, I think it's fantastic because it actually. I'm clicking Devastating Drake. It just nukes Mamo. If he goes Togekiss, that gives me rocks with DIANCIE. So I'm willing to use my Z move right here. Especially because I think that SCIZOR is going to be important in the lake. And that's Life Orb or Banded. I don't know what that is. That's maybe Banded. Go ahead and give me this Mamoswine. Giant Threat. I can now Volt Switch on my opponent's team. We take those. And I get my rocks up too, which is fantastic. Volt Switch wouldn't have knocked me out, so Nice, fantastic. Get my nice young rocks up. And Bullet Punch is looking that much better. I'm thinking it might be Silvally Steel. Is that Banded Mamoswine? It's always Silvally Steel. But look at Nidoking and look at his team. Yeah, you better parting shot and let me keep my rocks up, because Nidoking about to come through and win. Big Venomoth comes out. Probably gonna go for Sleep Powder. I think HYDREIGON is the most expendable one, as he misses, unfortunately. We'll drop. That sucks. I was trying to sack it for that, but now I'm in a position where, okay, I can actually outspeed the Venomoth and knock it out. What a way to end it. So the way I was playing that game is whenever Nidoking came in, it got a kill. And it basically got a kill versus Togekiss. It got a kill versus MANECTRIC, but I would never risk it on overheat, so I would always sack. And DIANCIE also, like his mons that switched into DIANCIE, aka Silvally Steel, aka one of his Bullet Punch resistances, had zero it had zero recovery, right? Unless it's like Wish Togekiss. So I think that at that point, the combination of SCIZOR and Nidoking would have won. The Sleep Powder miss was big, because what would have happened there was he would have hit me with Sleep Powder. I would have been forced to go hard, either DIANCIE or SCIZOR, and I think DIANCIE was a little bit better because it doesn't care even about Tinted Lens stuff. And I could just knock him out with Diamond Storm either way, whereas not risking my SCIZOR, which just clicks Bullet Punch and doesn't care. MANECTRIC has no recovery, rocks up, helping Nidoking out. But that miss sucked, and I was able to drop a Draco and knock him out. But we'll end it there. So I'm able to end it on a W after that loss versus Star. We're still a good game though versus Star. No, played well, and I didn't have breaking capabilities for Blissey. I felt like that was my best way. Pursued it with rocks up. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.